My friends, ban list time. BenCappp bringing you the ban list. I'm going to jump straight into it. I will be showing you the TCG previous state so we can kind of keep things in order. So these cards are going to be at 1 now. Starting off with Cyberjar. So, was forbidden. We've got 5 cards coming off the forbidden list. Cyberjar being the first. Hat trick. My buddy's going to be very happy about that. Flip effects are kind of the thing of the past, I guess, so they're trying this out. But this card does everything. Blows up the field, special summons monsters from your deck, adds cards from your deck to your hand, does everything. So giving it a shot. I think it's kind of crazy, but you know, like I said, flip effects don't really go off, right? So next card is gonna be Blackwing Steam the Cloak. Kind of out of the blue. I'm sure Blackwing players will be happy about that. Hopefully it has some sort of impact to help them get going. We've also got Mecha Fan and Beast Lion. I was shocked to see this just because, you know, but at the same rate, Distrudo came back, so I guess it's not too big of a surprise to see O-Line come back as well. They're gonna give it a shot. I know, you know, of course, Auroradon and other Mecha Fan and Beast stuff are still banned, so they're giving O-Line another chance. Substitioad. This was for an FTK with frogs. Getting into something in a little bit here, we've got Ronintoadin banned. So they're bringing Substitioad back to 1, which I think is plenty fair. We'll get back into those ban cards in a moment. And we've got Spellbook of Judgment coming back to 1. This was kind of forecasted due to the OCG. I know a few people probably predicted this, but you can't say much until it's a reality. So here it is, Spellbook of Judgment to 1. Will we see it come back as Spellbooks? It's kind of hard to say. The meta's so advanced, but you know, give them a fighting chance, bring it back to 1. Can't kill it forever, right? Next card limited. Appointer of the Red Lotus. So that's going from 3 to 1. Kind of a big hit. I understand. You know, they want to make sure that players can utilize those big impactful side cards in order to go second. This obviously is a going first card, so they're trying to make sure it's not too overwhelming. That being said, we're going to skip to the banned cards because I want to talk about it just because this card is going from 3 to 1. Red Reboot banned. That's kind of crazy. It was already at 1, so, you know, it's a good card. I understand it being banned, I suppose. It's just going to be kind of tough because, you know, taking that away from players going second, etc. But it is banned. So, as we said before, Ronintoadin is banned, and I think you guys might be looking here. who? I don't see Tears getting smacked around on this list, and we do have Ronintoadin being hit to 0. So, kind of a shocker to see no real impact against Tears. Now the next card, you can argue Tears being hit. Not really, right? Fairy Tale Snow banned. No one's surprised. This card should never came back. This card is insane. So yeah, sure, Tears don't have that option now, right? For those who are playing this and, you know, milling as much as they can, playing the Bomber loop, Zeroboro stuff, you're not going to get to have Snow anymore. I don't think anyone's going to lose sleep over it. I'm sure the decks are going to say pretty much the same minus the Snow. So yeah, those 3 cards are banned, and we also over here, Hulk finally took the leap. Hulk's banned, guys. I don't think anyone's surprised by this. I think, if anything, people are surprised this card has lasted as long as it has. So you had a good run. Next to that, you do see, yep, that Chaos Ruler is banned. Chaos Ruler was extremely powerful. It was the main incentive of playing the Punk. So with that being hit, you know, how many people are going to be playing Punk Engine in their decks now? We don't know. This was a mill 5 potential add 1. That add 1 could end up being a hand trap, something else super impactful. This card was insane. It could also bring itself back to the field, so it's not surprising to see it go from 3 to 1. It was a major card of the format. And that's it for our banned cards. We've got 5 new banned cards, right? We got Yugi separating our now unlimited cards. So previously these cards were all at 2, The exception being Shooter Riser Dragon was at 1. But we're looking at Fusion Destiny Unlimited from 2 to 3. Understandable, the card just fell off completely. We've got Cyber Angel Benten. The impact from it going from 3 to 1 was really felt. It going from 1 to 2, not so much. Will the impact from it going from 2 to 3 be felt? We shall see. I think, you know, with the Diviner reprint and the Fairy Ishizu cards coming out, you might be seeing a little bit more Benten around. That being said, moving on, we got Shooter Riser Dragon to 3. This card sends a card from your deck to the graveyard and copies its level. It had many different roles. I'm sure it still will. It'll be harder to see this kind of utilized between, you know, Halq being banned, this coming to 3. I think that has some, you know, some interplay as for sure. But we'll see what it does at 3, if anything. Coming back at 3, we've got Dinomight Knight, the true Dracofighter. I don't think anyone's surprised. There's been talks, you know, about how Draco, you know, could see some cards being unbanned, you know, cards that were limited coming a little bit more unlimited. But for now, this is the only change is Dinomight coming from 2 to 3. Yep, Nadir Servant's back at 3, guys. Man, we all know how much you get off of this card. This is just one card, how much you get off of it. Are we going to start to see some of them schisms come back? Are we going to see, you know, the Dogmatica coming back, making a comeback into the decks? You know, very likely. This card being at 3, very likely we will see some of that come back. It's a very impactful card, so, you know, at the same rate, when you see stuff go from, you know, unlimited to limited or semi-limited and it just disappears, kind of like Fusion Destiny, it coming back, seeing some play again, I think it's fair, right? There's a lot going on that has nothing to do with Nadir Servant, so I'm not surprised to see these 2 cards kind of try to make their way back into the game. On top of that, we've got Trickstar Light Stage. Now this is complicated, right? Because it's gone from, you know, 1 to 2 to 3. We're playing in a game right now where a lot of people go into time during the duels, and with this being a very imminent threat, don't be surprised to see this around again. So, Light Stage to 3. Next, we've got the Wall of Revealing Light. Coming to 3. Semi-limited. I know so many people were devastated to see it go to 2. But it's back, guys. Don't worry. It's back at 3. Yeah. Right, it's here at 3. I don't think many people are going to be blinking an eye at this when Mystic Mine, as you can see, has not been hit. So, Mystic Mine will do all the work that the Revealing Light would probably do. It's at 3. Nothing to lose sleep over. So yeah, looking at the total list again, cards that I believe will actually be impactful that were unbanned. Between these 5, you know, I think Beast of Lion will see some play, probably. It'd be shocking to not. The Steam Cloak, yeah, obviously we all know they just got support, so we'll see what it does. I don't think Substitioad, you know, like I said, the FTK being revolved around Ronintoadin, it's probably not going to be seen. Cyberjar, if you're getting, you know, swifty with it with some kind of like Mystic Mine set 1 play, maybe, I don't know. Judgment, it'll be exciting to see Spellbooks potentially be played, but I still think that it's going to be really tough for them to break into what currently is the state of Yugioh. Besides that, these 2 being banned, I think it's fair. I was surprised to see Lotus at 1. And Fairy Tail, not surprising at all. Ronintoadin being completely banned, I really didn't foresee, especially when you don't see anything tier limit related on here. Kind of shocked, but that's how the cookie crumbles. So good luck to you in your next ban list ventures. I'll see you guys around.